Yeah, there you go. Hello. Good morning. That every weekend, Sunday fun day, right? Oh, Twitter. I'm not sure why Twitter not letting me stream, man. I don't know why. This sucks. But I hope it's fixed. I don't know. Like this is crazy. Like I really wanna stream on X and it doesn't want me to. Anyways, yeah, so hello everyone. Well, streaming at 8 a.m. Lima, Peru. Go directly into the problems. Um, I had a I had a really huge success yesterday, and I mentioned that. Then I was trying to do something else, had a major failure. So I spent what I had already solved. It, but I was able to again come to a solution. So that's pretty good, to be honest. So we're very happy about that. But now issues we have regarding economy. So, um, yeah, why do I say this? Because we are about to out of BSC, okay? And today I'm gonna make a quick contract so that people can start putting their raw into it. And it has to be done. I was thinking how to do this. It was a bit of, but if you are on BSC and you want to bring your raw over, you have to. I don't know why anybody wouldn't do it, but if you are on BSC and brought over to ICP, you're gonna have a window of opportunity. I think a month is enough for everybody to ICP. Okay, for a period of about a month, I'm just going to be allowing people to submit their RAW and put, how is this called? Forget it. And to put their principal. Okay, because that's what it's called. MetaMask call it wallet address. In ICP we call it a principal. So yeah, we're gonna have contract where you can put your principal address and also your RA to make sure that it is locked contract and to be used. And so I think within a month, we will be closing. Wouldn't be able to do that any after a month, or I might be flexible. I might. And what will happen then is that we're going to launch ICP. Okay, we're going to launch an ICP, and that's that will be it, right? But I don't know if we're gonna launch within a month on ICP. Doing a lot of stuff, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make. But at least I do know that within a month, I should have the contract today or tomorrow, where people can already submit their RA and provide their principal address. Okay, so at least I know for a fact that I will have. So yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty um in a way that is out. Yeah, but again, I don't know if I will launch an ICP. That might it might take a little bit more than a month. I'm not sure. Have to figure things. And then um once that's done, we might already be having the bridge. So then after that, we're looking to launch on maybe Arbitrum. Okay, but again, it's a lot of work. Okay, and I have to make sure that it's good to go. So I dislike. It will take us a little bit longer. I truly do, trust me. I know it seems, wow, like it's gonna take more time, but it's worth it. I was not aware of the technologies in ICP until lately. If it wasn't because I switched to ICP, I wouldn't have known of the many things. Right now, if we were to stay in BSC, I had already an idea. Obviously, I already had an architecture already built for it, but it just so happened that it would have been too cumbersome to. Okay, and the way that I wanted to do the bridge system, I was definitely out of my mind. I think, I did think about security, about the clearest way that I could, but the more I learned on it, the more I realized that it's a little bit more complex than what I think it is. Because I think that the current bridges that are available, what they do is that they decentralize the users. So when they sign stuff, right? So it's not just one server; it's like multiple servers or multiple, like a consensus basically, and they have to all be on the same consensus. To say, hey, this is actual legitimate a request for a bridge, and so I'm assuming they have more security than that. But with ICP, we don't have to worry about that. We just don't have to worry because they have made it in a way that I can just talk to a canister that they have built and just do that. So that's the main reason why I am exiting out of BSC, because ICP right now does not support Binance. If it had supported Binance, we will have no issue right now. We will not be moving. Okay. But because they don't support it, and I want to do some things that are a little bit secret right now, but because I want to do some things, we have to move Binance. And trust me, I didn't. I was thinking in my head, do we move or do we don't move? Do we move? Do we don't? But yeah, I after some heavy thought, yeah, I we do need to. And specifically, if we want to do multi-chain, right? It's just it's just ICP just works fantastic right now. They are still expanding, and it might not be maybe seen as much by people, but yeah, trust me, it's gonna be really good, really good technology there that we can use. So just because of that, we're moving basically from BSC to ICP, and I like I said, I know that maybe not known too much right now. I'm pretty sure people know of it, but I just don't think people know truly that that it's just crazy because when you do contracts and let's say Solidity or any of these chains, you're kind of doing well. You don't have a local chain on Ethereum, at least not that I'm aware of, unless you have a lot of terabytes or storage on your PC, which I don't. I just I don't have that. So ICP is really good at me developing local. Okay, not so much, fortunately, with the bridge system with the EVM canister, because I do have to interact outside of my computer for that. But everything else I can test it and make sure that it's running fine first on local, which is extremely quicker than me just kind of always using testnet. So that's a huge advantage for that. And so I think that at least the way that I'm seeing it is just a plus everything that we want to do multi-chain. That's the reason why from being on Binance only and going directly to ICP. So that means that our main liquidity is going to be brought to ICP. Like I said, I do have some expenses that I have to incur, so not be the same exact amount. It mentioned that on the Telegram as well. But I'm gonna try and do my best to minimize the cost. And uh, like I said, we are right now basically waiting. It's a problem because I see all this future money that is gonna come, but it's like I just don't have it yet, and it's a problem. So I'm trying to last until I can receive that, right? For example, Phantasma already said yes, we're going to have a 10,000 liquidity in the pools, which is great, right? We can provide that as rewards. Actually, is giving us reward. That's really good for us, the project, right? Because we do run a DEX on Phantasma, and that's a big plus for us. Might not look so right now because Phantasma is not online, but as soon as it's online, it will be a big plus for us. Okay? As long as they do their things, we do our things, our due diligence to make sure the DEX is running fine. We will have income for Stellargate that we can, okay, and we can even use that money and funding to help the government or whatever we want to do, get contracts or maybe do some sort of bounty system. Okay, so that's really good. But again, that will take time. Okay, that takes time. So as of right now, that's a good news. Then we have another one from our friends in the clips also. They're doing their things. They say, they're willing to help us out also, but they're waiting also on their own launch. So it's like, we're waiting on that. And even the grant money that I was supposed to receive, it's no, it's just takes time. I'm also having some connections with South America, so that takes time too. But hopefully it isn't August because it say August or September, and then we come back around then, right? Because that's the whole purpose of all of this is back around. So I think that there is a lot of positive things to come. It's just they have not concreted yet, right? It's not concrete yet because we're waiting just for them to finalize. So as soon as that's done, then I will be okay financially finally and stop selling the RA token. Because trust me, I want to use RA to generate tasks because I do know the importance of. So yeah, I'm just basically waiting on. So I hope it's this August, okay, and then I start pumping back money into Target, and we're all gonna be happy. So yeah, so aside from that, the liquidity I think is gonna be after the 1 month because I do have to wait until everybody is good to go, that there's no problems regarding migration. So I think within a month from now, I think August 29th is a really good date. And I'll say, hey, everybody already moved your RA token. You should be good to go. We have no issues, no problems. There's nobody left behind. We can just distribute that on the other chain, right? So how distribution is gonna work in the other chain? Unsure yet because it's a new technology. I know that we have a standard called ICRC 3, but and I think there's also 4, but I have not checked that yet, and I will have to make a contract for me to be able to disperse that somehow, or do a distribution of an airdrop. Okay, so all of that will happen after the month is closed, and I will put up more information for that after the month of claiming RA tokens. No, after putting the RA tokens in a contract locked in BSC. So um that's basically it regarding the uh, the problems that I've had. It's just basically that. I have a big opportunity. Hello. Okay, there we go. So I think it's just a game of wait, right? We just gotta wait. Um, and it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be great. Government as well, same thing. Just gotta wait. Gotta try and redo that government contract. It's a pain in the butt, but at least I have better idea what I want on the government contract. So I just hope that I get to fix that soon enough. So I have a lot of work on my hands. I have a lot of work on my hands, and I just can't wait until we start to get pumped again. And so present, I'm working again, switching the priorities, working on the contract on BSC so that people can submit their RA tokens and also submit their principal address. And future wise, just literally working on the um on the thing that I'm working on right now, as well as other projects, so that we can pump out RA and do the strategy for how we're going to spread RA after that 1 month. So all of that. So basically, my timetables have changed. Remember, I used to say that I was gonna work on the future on the government contract and all this. So yeah, those were contracts that I was gonna work on BSC, but not anymore. The one thing that I did mention, merchant office, uh, will be, and that's a good question too. Like, is the merchant, because I have to think about it this way. If I do the merchant office outside of ICP, it means I have to do the same contract on every single chain, and I have to look at costs, right? So I have to look into it. I did say that I will leave it in each chain, but I'm just I'll have to if I'm gonna put it only on ICP and then whatever they want to, know, you can mint it ICP, BSC, Arbitrum, Optimism, Solana, wherever you want to base. So we have to figure out how that's gonna work, or if we just put a contract on each. I think it might be just an automatic contract. To be honest, that's what I'm thinking. Um, but I think it might be cheaper to put it on ICP now that I think about it. I don't know. I'll have to figure out. To be honest, actually, no. My computer just wants to die now. Oh, yeah. I have to study it well because we are talking about costs from uh ICP and costs outside of. I'm telling you, all of this has to be like super well planned, and the fact that we are now switching to another chain is just like it's crazy. It's crazy. But that just tells you how committed I am to the project, okay? If I were to just be a random dev, I would just be like, okay, let's do BSC and F it, whatever, be what it be, right? We'll just, and I don't care. But I found a better solution, more secure solution. Roll with that solution. It's gonna take a little bit longer, okay? But in the end, it's better. I think it's a much better option than us just doing the system that I was doing before. So even the tokens themselves are much better now. Fortunately, obviously, I will have to use standards from ICP, which is a little bit counterproductive because I made these tokens now that were almost perfect. I would say they were perfect for BSC, but now we're not gonna use them, right? I mean, we will use those. Okay, it's not that we won't. We will use the contracts, just not on BSC because the contracts that I made for BSC, we can use them our on base and Arbitrium because they're both EVM compatible. So that's not a problem. The Solana contract will also be used in Solana. That doesn't change the fact. But I'm just saying that as far as I know for what we have deployed on BSC, that we're just not gonna use them because BSC is not supported. As soon as BSC is supported, we come back and we use the same contract. Again, we have to do a different launch than the one that we did, but we will be launching in BSC. So yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of thinking, a lot of strategizing to make sure that the project is good to go. So yeah, that's basically it. That's everything that I'm going through. I guess today is a good day to discuss all the shenanigans and architecture that I'm working here on my end. Do know that I keep on working and pushing forward to make sure that we're good to go. Okay. As always, stay vigilant of all the announcements that I make. Remember, I'm gonna launch the contract today for people to put their raw token into the contract. So once again, deadline of 1 month because otherwise I'm just gonna go crazy. And if you're in Phantasma and you want to burn your tokens, well, this is your chance to do it because I'm not gonna do it after that because it would just be too much of a problem for me. I'm gonna keep track and backtrack for every single burning that has happened. So just please make sure to do that by the end of August 29th. Okay, I don't think I will be flexible actually. So this is the only chance so that you get to actually go to another chain if you want to, which is ICP. And I think this is the only chain out there because again, keeping track of these amounts because I don't want to have any problems where I forget or something happens and I just don't. So like I said, we you will only have 1 month, and I think a month is more than enough to tokens to another. Okay. Um. Yeah. Anyways, that's basically it for now. I will program Lena to spam on socials, specifically Telegram, to let people know that hey, you really gotta migrate your tokens. Okay. So I'll make spam all the way until. Anyways, Take care, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll be working hard as usual every single day. And I'll be here every single day at 8 a.m. Peru. All right, take it easy. Bye bye.